This is the Spinner Rack.
Welcome everybody back to Spinner Rack. Today I'm here with my boy PD. You know, Cal couldn't make it, but you know, he's here in spirit. Cal, listen, today we're talking about the hot new trailer that was dropped in Star Wars.
There's not much in it.
The hottest trailer.
How is it the hottest trailer?
Like off the chain.
How is it off the chain?
December 20th, Star Wars.
December 20th on Christmas. They're like, we're making sure that we make as much money as possible during Christmas.
Yo, they got my money. Let me just give you my wallet right now. But bam. Okay?
Oh my God.
I'm going. It's not a question. It's not a question.
Oh gosh.
So look, the trailer came out, you saw it, and you were what? Blown.
No, it's not much there.
Away. What are you talking about? There's only one word that they had to tell you. Skywalker. Skywalker. That means that they showed us who the Skywalker is. You know?
Who's the Skywalker? Her?
Yeah, clearly Rey. You know, it can only be Rey. Look, last season.
No, why would she be Skywalker now?
All right, so let's go back. In the last movie, they said that
nothing. My parents, they were nobodies.
Exactly. But we know that was a deception behind all that.
It's Luke's daughter?
We're not saying she's his Luke's daughter. She can be anybody. She could be.
This is the third. This is Han was actually a Skywalker.
We don't know. It could be that. It could be that she's a twin to Kylo Ren. We don't know.
What they thought each other were hot.
Right,
why would they be?
Well, remember he thought Luke thought that his sister Leia was hot when they were first getting together.
Because she was hot.
You know. We're not even going. We're not even going.
But they weren't sisters back then.
I'm wiping your mind.
They weren't sisters back then, and she wasn't really interested in Luke.
But
she was interested. Her. No, she said for good luck.
Well, look, the point of the matter was.
She said for good luck. Then she kissed him to get rid of the scoundrel.
Okay. So look, in the last season, the last episode, The Last Jedi, which a lot of people disliked. Yes, it made a lot of money, but a lot of people disliked because that whole line when they said that she was from nowhere, she was from nobody. And now they're understanding. We're looking now at this particular episode.
They didn't say she's a Skywalker, so
Look, I'm just saying she's dressed like a Skywalker, like Luke in his first episode. See the color.
Because that's all the Jedi's always wear that. Okay. They decided that that's what they wear.
She's using
because
Anakin's
they're wearing sand gear, and they can't. And he wasn't wearing sand gear, and he was wearing a gi in the first movie.
He's wearing. Now you see that she's also has Anakin's lightsaber. The connections are just there. There's just like right there. We know it's her.
Oh, that's the thing. It could be Anakin because it's basically Darth Vader's head popped up in the first movie. His helmet. He could be the whole thing. You got a freak. What is this? The Death Star? A piece of the Death Star? This is classic JJ right here. He's giving you bits of stuff that you want to see.
That's right.
And seeing and that ultimately you got the new characters. But the problem is that one of the things that Star Wars had is not only had these. Besides having the three main characters, they had the droids, Chewbacca, they added on. Now, this is the thing. Once we see something that we know we want to see, which is Lando Calrissian, we're back again.
Right.
Because they gave us a tidbit, and then they're giving us some more tidbits. But now they got to really, like, having the Rise of Skywalker, and you immediately going to that is Rey, or, like, why can't it be, what's the name?
Kylo Ren being...
No, why can't Luke come back?
Because he's a Force ghost. Yoda didn't come back when Yoda died, but he's around. He says we're still around to guide him. So look, the point I'm trying to make from rooting again by this guy
he needs another. What is going to be another kid?
But you see, another great aspect of this is we see that they're seeing aspects of the old Death Star, and of course, who died in the last Death Star? The Emperor himself. And we all know if
the Emperor comes back, that's gonna suck.
The Emperor.
That's the laugh at the end. That's what everyone says.
If Yoda can come back. Why can't the Emperor?
Then why can't Luke come back?
He did. He's a Force ghost.
No, like really come. Well, like they
not
act
come
like
back, but it's a Force
you're saying
ghost.
that he's dead. He's not coming
they're
back.
Both dead, but they're going to influence things.
That's going to be so lame. This is why which I don't like it. I don't like the Mary Sue sort of thing that people give to people. But the problem is that everybody now is, and it's like, all right, we basically hot potato the Jedi abilities to Rey. Like, she got them in 2 seconds. They tried to explain it a little bit in the second movie, but it's like she's basically there. She's doing all of the wacky Jedi stuff that didn't make any sense from one movie to the next.
Okay, so look, in Star Wars Celebration, J.J. Abrams explained a couple of things. So
you can't explain it. There has to be in a movie.
Can I finish what I'm going to say? So he said that some time has passed since the last movie, right?
No, it did not. What's her name woke up? Where's Rey? Where's Rey? So you're saying from this movie she got some training? Come on.
So she's read the Jedi Scrolls.
Oh,
so
gosh.
she can learn some more power, and so she's gonna have more powers than we expected, right? This is what J.J. Abrams. Look, the last movie there were issues, and we're gonna not that. The last director did some problems.
They can kill the Red Guard. Like you can get a whole movie by itself on those guys.
Are we gonna talk about this, or are we just gonna complain about it?
It's a teaser, so right now we're not seeing much.
We are so into this, bro. That teaser was excellent, you know? So all I got to say is that I want you guys to run out there, buy your tickets for December 20th, and just say Disney, Disney, you got another hit on your show.
Well,
okay?
This is the thing. Disney, don't buy up all the theaters like you did last time, else you almost got beat by Jumanji. Like they bought up all the theaters, they scared everyone out, and then they had not a dud, but something that would affect the Star Wars, monolith beyond what we've ever seen before.
I think the whole problem we had is that one, if they would have done the movie for Han Solo in Christmas time, because that's what people expected to do, I think it would have done a lot better. That's number one. And number two, I think if they would have done a better job of really trying to listen to what they thought would happen, because the director said when he did that movie, he's like, oh, when this whole thing with her parents, it didn't scream bad. But then it came out, and clearly he didn't show any fans, because, people are invested in this particular family. That's why it's called the Skywalker. Now that with this dumb thing where they're saying it's nine, this is it, no more of the Skywalker, I can't understand that. The Skywalker is essential to at least this saga.
Well, we talked about it before. If this was a whole Rogue One thing, which had a bunch of characters, and then you piece in some of the other guys, like Han Solo, and it's tough because it looks like it's going to be fun. I'm not going to say it's not, but the thing that I had the precursor is that the Jedi stuff has always been out of whack as far as power levels, and going into this one where you just say, all right, here's this, like Luke, as good a Jedi as he was, it didn't seem beyond anything. Like, he would struggle with the Jabba Hutt thing. He had to do things like it was a fight to do the stuff he was doing. When you see what they did with the Attack of the Clones, where you got to turn into Bruce Lee and you take out 3 million people at once, that changes the whole dynamic. And it's kind of hard to look at these Jedi fights because they keep adding the number. They keep saying people want to see even more when you had... I'm saying, people complain about Jedi, but forgetting that when they first saw Jedi, it was hot. Yeah, you might say, I don't really want to look at the Ewoks, but you got into them trying to do stuff. They had to choose. But anyway, I think we had some things because we also had some romantic stuff that's kind of mixed up because we don't know if, the two fellas are getting together, if he's getting with the...
Wait, don't go there. Look,
there's a ton of things online talking about that. I'm not saying, but it's like, you had Rey, you had the 2 lead characters from Force Awakens, and that's the connection that we've been looking for. And they've been throwing us different things and putting the brother in the friend zone. And then we have the other guy who's They
haven't even shown him to do anything. Isaac Oscar.
Yeah, no, they haven't. He's just. So
I don't even know what to expect out of him.
Yeah.
But if they also make a romance with her, it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No, I don't think it's going to be with him. I don't think it's him.
They befriended him so bad with another character out of the blue. The poor girl who they've had to she had to quit social media because people were so freaking haters.
No, it's definitely wrong, and I think the problems with the movie didn't help the fact that we basically, no. The thing is, people get this way in these movies as is. And we've been feeding the trolls for a long time, which we gave the people power. And a lot of times people kowtow because everyone looks at Revenge of the Sith and they're like, wow, that was great. And it's like, it closed off everything. It wasn't great. There was nothing really that solid with it. It was very bad. But people believed in it and they were like, all right, at least it ended stuff. it ended and put everything in. No, it's kind of like it didn't give us anything we didn't need to see. Like we didn't give us anything that we didn't know was going to happen. So that's the harder part of this. So it's tough that she got, the actress got, shamed like that. But this is what happens when you feed the trolls and you're going into, and we're going to get into that later. But it looks exciting. It looks like it's going to be fun. But I'm just saying the Jedi, when you're concentrated on the lightsaber, and the other trailer is, this is a teaser, but they didn't every time they keep concentrating on a lightsaber, I saw, this starts to seep out of me because I'm not interested in seeing
the 3 million. 900 million people on the
What do you get? The thing is, all right, let's go. I'm going to have to go to.
It's the same thing with King Arthur and them. It's like the lightsaber
I'm gonna go to
and you want to see the battle.
I'm going to our big brothers that we have no connection to, the red letter media, and they say that the lightsabers, the fights, you learn something about the characters. You learn something about the relationships, and things come out of these things, and they've turned it into, big budget Tromaville. It's like, let's just hack and slash, cut everybody up. Let's do this, that, and the other. Instead of saying, what are we getting out of this? We're seeing her jump at a ship, and it's like, you can't. Movement, man. It's not, you can't, as fast as.
You're reading the Force, and she's able to go through the.
Oh God, that's not.
And land it. Bam,
no, but everything. That's the thing. Everything that was in Star Wars, just because you had a big budget, they didn't have to take the Force and make it into this thing where you're like, why jump? Just use the Force and make the ship go into space or go right into the ground. Like, why? That's the thing. The Force doesn't. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So I'm saying all of it's going to be fun.
I see what you're saying now.
So I get kind of like going for coolness and like, why don't you just?
Coolness is always good, show
you're
right. Look,
I
think that was
right.
a TV show.
Okay.
I don't even expect that to be in the movie.
Oh, it's going to be in there. They want to see.
It doesn't even make sense. She's like in the middle of a desert, and then a ship is going to come after her.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say,
so weird.
The rise of Skywalker threw me off.
The rise of Skywalker is the key of it all. That is what we're loving.
You sound like George Lucas. Jar Jar Binks is the key to it all, because he said that in one of those behind the scenes things.
I'm not even going to touch the Jar Jar Binks. But the rise of Skywalker, I say. This is it. This is what they're giving the fans. The fans wanted Rey to have a family, and the family that she wanted was the Skywalkers. Because look, let's look at it. We have Rey, right? We don't know who she's related to. Then we have Luke, right?
Yes.
Let's say we go back to Rey. Rey is able to bring Kylo back, somehow.
Why? Why would you want him back?
Because of the redemption, the same how they redeemed Anakin at the end.
You can't redeem Hitler.
Well,
Vader was the thing. No, they did what they shouldn't have. At the end, it was
they shouldn't have, but they do it all the time on TV shows and comics. You know what I'm trying to say?
Was it Alderaan that they blew up in the first movie? So it's like, that's the thing.
You're under the influence of the Emperor. That's what you gotta say. Again, you have Rey. Then she brings back Kylo, right? Then you have Luke and Leia.
Laura,
right?
I like to say Luke and Laura.
Luke and Laura.
Think of Laura.
Clearly watching way too much development. After that, then you have Anakin Skywalker, and then you have
Annie, as he's known to his friends. Annie.
And we have the possible progenitor, the Emperor himself.
Oh, I can't deal with it.
That's what they're saying.
The Emperor was so annoying in all of the prequels.
I like the Emperor.
He's
great in the Clone Wars.
No, Clone Wars was watchable. It was okay. It had some fun parts, even though it had a lot of bad acting. But it was sort of the funnest of the prequels that I could say. Okay.
All right, so listen, do you have anything else positive to say?
Oh, okay. It's an exciting trailer. The Force kind of bugs me from time to time.
I said positive.
I said positive.
No, but you can't say one positive.
Okay. It looks cool. Look at that. I put the shot up in the background. It's a cool shot. That JJ is a very smart person because he puts up stuff and we get to see them travel through things. That's really crazy. The only thing would be to see some of the dead bodies and all. Because he's giving us the Titanic stuff. This is what we think.
The Titanic, but it basically tells us the Emperor is there. Or the Emperor is influencing things right there. That's what I'm saying. So look.
Emperor, well, yeah, okay. So when they blew up the second time.
This. In the books, the Emperor came back several times, or clones of his came back. So this is a possibility. So look, I want to say, go out there, guys. Just give the money.
They don't have to. We don't have to worry about people going out and see it. Spin a rack out.
Spin a rack out.